welcome back. October 10th, National Angel Food Cake Day. Yes, we're finally going to get a chance to use our Angel Food Cake Pan. Now, we did use it once before for something else, but I can't remember what show that was that we used this. But we're actually going to use this today to make an Angel Food Cake. Never did an Angel Food Cake before. Cool thing about this, sounds super easy. We love when it sounds super easy, but isn't super easy and doesn't come out the way it's supposed to. I mean, it's 7 ingredients. You can't beat that. We're going to do it all in this bowl of the mixer here, which is great. 1 bowl, 1 pan, 1 oven, 1 spatula, and we're done. Let's hope it turns out. It's supposed to be that really spongy, fluffy kind of cake. So you got to take some care in doing this one today. There are some specific steps you got to do in order to keep that texture of the cake that you want, okay? This doesn't come out like a regular cake. It's not like a pound cake. I mean, those of you that have had Angel Food Cake, you know. Now, what we're going to add to this Angel Food Cake, I don't know. Because you can make like a fruit compote and pour that over it, or, you know, or we may just eat it the way it is, just like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. But in the meantime, let's make sure this thing comes out right, okay? So I'll be right back, and it's only 7 ingredients. I ain't gonna tell you, oh, you need this, this, this. I'll tell you as we go along, and let's get started on this one. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is mix together our wet stuff here. Our dry stuff leave over there. Well, we have a couple dry things, but you know what I mean. In our bowl here, we're gonna start with 1.5 cups of cold egg whites. Now, why do they look like this? Because I went to the store and I got a container of 100% egg whites. Because the only other option is a dozen eggs. I mean, you got to take 10 to 12 eggs and get your whites from there. And then what am I supposed to do with 12 yolks? If I was making custard, okay, you know, or one of our ice cream bases, then I would use it. But I'm not doing that today. So anyway, just go and buy the container. A pint container is 2 cups of egg whites, and just you need 1.5 cups. Cold in our bowl, okay? To that, we're going to add a teaspoon of almond extract, okay? 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of cream of tartar, or tartar, or whatever you want to call it. We've had this discussion before too, tomato. Okay, so what you're going to do is whisk this. You want this to come to peaks. So we're making a meringue, okay? So you want to make stiff peaks with this, okay? So just let it go, go, go. Okay, so while that's making our meringue there, or stiff peaks, you're going to take 1 cup of cake flour, specifically cake flour, okay? And 2 cups of sugar. And you're just going to whisk these together in this big bowl, okay? So that should be just about done there. They're kind of stiff. Oh yeah. That's what you want with that, okay? See how they volumize and it becomes almost like whipped cream, like it becomes this big airy mixture. Super airy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take this and put this into my bigger bowl here, because I'm going to need some room to mix this or fold this. I can smell the almond extract in this. I mean, it's giving it this, it almost smells like Angel Food Cake. I guess they use almond. I never thought of that before when I bought a store-bought Angel Food Cake, that it kind of does have an almond kind of smell to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take my flour sugar mixture, and a little at a time I'm going to sift it, because I don't want lumps in our batter here. So I'm just going to sift a little bit at a time. Okay, this is a little time consuming, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Okay, you want to make sure you take your time. See, because you get all these little lumps from the sugar and the flour. So you don't want that. So now you add a little at a time, and all you're going to do is fold. We've done this before for other stuff. You just make sure you get really down in there and fold this as gently as you can, because you want to keep this volume that you've created. That's what's going to make that really light, airy cake, okay? So just do that a little at a time until you get this all incorporated, and then we'll be back to put it in our pan. Okay, so there is our mixture. You can see there's a ton of air bubbles in there. It's still extremely frothy. That's what you want. You don't want to beat this hard because then you're going to lose all that airy quality to it, okay? We're going to now add this to our pan. Now, the recipe says to put this in an ungreased pan. Okay, I'm doing what it says, but I'm telling you right now, if this thing sticks to this pan, I'm leaving really nasty comments on people's websites that said to do this. Because I want to eat this angel food cake, and it better come out of this thing really easy. It said ungreased. Okay. So just get all your batter into there. Okay, and then once you have all your batter in there, it says to smooth it out. So we want to just smooth out the top of this, okay? Just so it's nice and even. You can probably, I don't know if you can bang this thing or not, but now this centerpiece comes out. So this thing better not leak in my oven like a spring form, because then I'll be even more PO'd. Alrighty, so I'm just going to clean that up so that it doesn't bake on there. There you go. 350 oven for an hour. Keep your eye on it. You want to toothpick it, and if it comes out nice and clean, then we know it's ready to go. Alrighty, fingers crossed everybody. Let's hope this is an angel of a recipe. See you in a little bit. Okay, so there is our angel food cake. Came out really good. I mean, it's a little dark, but it's those pans. I'm telling you, you use dark pans, those dark coated pans, and you gotta like either lower the temperature or cut the big time or something. But anyway, it's really spun. Oh, the other thing is too, supposedly, again, I've never made this before. Excuse me. When it comes out of the oven, you have to invert it right away and let it cool upside down in the pan. And then once it cools, you just kind of, you know, go around the edges, and then it should pop right out, which is exactly what happened with this one. So I guess you didn't have to grease your pan ahead of time. But anyway, let's cut into this one. It feels like it's the right consistency because it's very spongy. But we'll see once we taste it, okay? So I'm just going to cut a piece of this and let's see. Let's see what we got. See? Extremely spongy. So I would say yes to the consistency, but now let's see if it's yes to the taste. Yeah. The flavor's spot on. From any angel food cake I bought in the store, that's exactly the taste. Now, like I said, we got to figure out what to put with it. With some fruit or something. But you know me, I like to taste it the way it is first, just to see if we got the flavors right and the consistency of it. I mean, it's just super, super fluffy, fluffy, fluffy cake. I mean, that's angel food, as opposed to devil's food. But anyway, we go figure out what I'm going to put over the rest of my piece there, so I can eat it and enjoy it. Angel food cake day. You don't have to make one, go buy one. Just have some angel food cake. And we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.